It's Wellness Nerd Out time! How you guys doing tonight? Happy Wellness Nerd Out time, you guys. And today we are going to be talking about echinacea purpurea. But before we do, we got to say a very happy birthday to Ethan Eaton. Happy birthday, brother. I hope you enjoyed it. This one is for you, my friend. We'll talk about him more at the end. We're also going to say happy birthday, Will Weed. Happy birthday, brother. Love you too, man. And this one's for you as well, obviously. We'll talk about him at the end too. And we can't forget about our man, Tyler Graham. Happy birthday, my brother. We got three fantastic people's birthdays on this day, September 17th today, and we will talk about them all at the end. But as for now, let's get into our discussion on echinacea purpurea. So when we talk about echinacea, well, it also goes by the name purple coneflower, actually, and it's indigenous to the eastern portion of the United States. Very cool, because usually when we talk about all these plants and with medicinal usage from traditional Chinese medicine or Ayurvedic medicine, right, in the traditional Hindu form of medicine originating in India, or things coming from Africa, right? Well, today we got one that's born on our home turf here, so pretty cool, at least for those of you that are also from the United States and especially the East Coast, like me. So, so what does it do, right? That's all really cool, but what does it do? So when we talk about purple coneflower or echinacea purpurea, it actually has these compounds, alkyl amides, and they are responsible for the benefits we get from echinacea in the sense that it helps us to not get sick, all right? Now, helps, right? Now, lifestyle, diet, everything, other medications you're on, whole other ballpark, you know, other supplements you take, right? Obviously, how much sleep you get, things like that play a massive role. But echinacea has been shown to reduce your risk for getting a cold. And this, if you take echinacea daily, you know, throughout the year, or at least if you take it around the time where you normally get sick every year. Because, you know, if you remember a few videos back here at When Wellness, we talked about echinacea and how it is good for people who have a natural propensity to get sick, right? Who just naturally have a tendency to kind of, you know, get a cold in the winter or things like that, right? So echinacea could be a great supplement for you to take. Now, we have to, of course, make sure that if we're taking echinacea, that, you know, we tell our physician, right, obviously, and we, you know, we don't know how it interacts with many medications. You know, maybe they could tell you based on what you're taking if it's a safe bet or not to be able to take it. But one thing is for sure, you do not want to take echinacea if you are taking immunosuppressive drugs. All right, you do not want to take echinacea if you're on immunosuppressive drugs. All right, that much they know for sure. All right, but again, see the interactions of echinacea with all the other medications and pharmaceuticals, right, that you are taking as well. And I hope it's not too many of them, to be honest, right? But, you know, when we talk about these alkyl amides, well, we said that they are the compounds in echinacea that are responsible for these benefits, right, in boosting our immune system. And albeit echinacea was one of the pioneer herbs that had been marketed traditionally for the purpose of naturally boosting our immune system, they still don't know to date exactly what these alkyl amides do, how they interact with things, the exact mechanisms by which they work. And, you know, so really what we're going off here is just proof in human clinical trials that it works. All right, so we don't have the mechanism for you today, but, you know, it has been shown to help reduce the risk of getting colds. And echinacea has also been shown to, you know, even though it doesn't, or I should say it probably won't reduce the duration of your cold, it has also been shown to reduce your risk for suffering other illnesses while you're sick, you know, like getting pneumonia while you have just, you know, rhinovirus, right, or common cold, right? So things like that, it is great for as well. All right. Now, when we talk about the dosage of echinacea, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll get to you in 1 second here. When we talk about the dosage of echinacea, well, we're looking at 300 to 500 milligrams of echinacea purpurea powder, if you're going to take it in the raw powder form, thrice a day. All right, so 3 times per day, 300 to 500 milligrams of that powder. Now, you can also have echinacea in the form of a tincture. All right, if you're going to have the tincture, you're looking at 2.5 to 10 milliliters 3 times a day, or it could also be taken in teaspoons, in which case you would take your echinacea tincture at 0.5 or half of a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons thrice a day. Right? Again, 3 times per day for all of the aforementioned dosages of echinacea purpurea. All right? So, before we say hi to the people, we got to talk about a couple other people, a couple great people, and one of them is Ethan Eaton, my man. Happy birthday, Ethan. God, I love you, man. Just making me smile thinking about you. I got to see you for a brief minute in the gym when I was visiting Palmer this past weekend, and it was fantastic, man. It was great to see your smiling face and your great energy that you always carry with you. And when I think of Ethan, man, what do I think of? Because I just, thinking from the heart here, I think of, this is what I think of. When you play poker, or a game, or you have people over for events, and dinner is an example of something like this, but a lot of the time you have company come that maybe you weren't that close with, or you didn't know that well. A friend brings them, right? And they come, and you're so thankful for that so much of the time, because you meet people you never would have met, and you get to sit down and have great conversations with them and learn who they are for hours, whether it be in playing a game, eating, or in our case it was poker. And we had those weekly poker games for Play Money, of course, at school. And so we would hang out, and I got to know you a lot just hanging out and playing, had some good conversations. But you know what my favorite part was, man? Honestly, my favorite part of that was after the game, me and Ethan, or me and you, if you're watching this, we would sit there and we would just shoot the shit, hang out, sometimes for, easily an hour. I mean, we would sit there at the end of the game and just talk. And we had great, deep conversations. And I really, I miss those, man. I really enjoyed it. And, maybe we could have some equivalent over the phone at some point. But, I want you to know that I don't take that for granted. I don't take having met you for granted, and I'm thankful to have met you and to have you in my life. So this one is for you, my brother. Happy birthday. Who do we got next? We'll talk about Will Wade. What's up, Willie? How you doing, brother? You're probably diving in the deep sea, finding some cool marine stuff, marine biologist. Will Weed, very, very cool guy, great rugger as well, great natural talent, and Will, when I think of you, man, I think of those times we would be at Stony Brook. I think of playing rugby with you, obviously, like that's a given. Great rugby player, great athlete, like I'll say it again, but, I think of those times we would be walking through the woods, going to the lake, fishing, just hanging out in between classes and stuff, and dude, I had the best time, man. I had the best time just kicking it with you. You're such a real guy. You're such an awesome dude, and I'm obviously very thankful to have you in my life as well. As I said with Ethan too, and you too, Tyler. We'll talk about you in a second here. But we had some great times, man, and I really hope you're doing big things. I hope you're working to you're meeting your fullest potential. Right, and I have no doubt that you are. You've always been driven. You've been somebody that's good at having fun, but also getting your stuff done. Will always had good grades. At Stony Brook, you always got done what you had to get done, but you knew we weren't missing the party on the weekends, my friends. We had a great time. Or we'd be chilling on the Staller steps during Staller season, having fun. And man, Will, I just want you to know, man, this one is absolutely as well for you, my brother. So a very happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed it doing something you love. All right, with people you love. Now we got who else? Tyler Graham. I didn't forget you. I was just kidding around. Happy birthday, Ty, you beast, man. God, I remember when I think of you, I think of the first time that I met you, and we were playing at Palmer, playing rugby, and you came out and they had you as a forward, and I went to the coach immediately because I was a back, and I was like, we got to move this guy somewhere around me. We got to put him in the back line. I want to play near him, and I think he's fast. He's a good athlete, great athlete, great rugger. I mean, why not? And then from then you were a back, so you have me to thank for that. I'm just kidding, man. You have yourself to thank for everything. But I didn't say that if it means anything, But yeah, man, we had fun on the rugby field, off the rugby field, obviously. And aside from that, when I think of you, I think of somebody I have a lot of respect for, in the sense that you were going through the program and you had a child and you got married, and that's a lot to deal with, all at the same time as going through an accelerated doctorate program. And you did a great job managing it. You were still able to play Super Smash Brothers with me on the N64, even though I waxed that ass most of the time, You'd win every now and then. I don't think very often, so just for the record, so everybody knows that. Nah, man. We had a great time. You would play Super Smash with me. We would hang out, just have fun, kick it, do push-ups in the house, right? You remember that? Going to that like jailhouse gym that me and Lou would go to. I'm pretty sure we went there a couple times. But we enter a code in the back door. It was cool, But we had some great times, man. And I want you to know 100% as well. This one is for you, my brother. So very happy birthday. I hope you enjoyed it with Erica and Ziadana. All right. I hope you had a great night. And happy birthday. Who do we got on here? Pronation, how you doing? Thank you for doing it. Caroline, what's up, girl? How you doing? Thanks for hopping on. Flip the switch, what's up? Mikey P, how you doing, Puccino, my man? Good to see you on here, brother. I hope you're having a great night. And Vinny Vizo, thank you for hopping on, you guys. I hope you got something out of it. Go get your echinacea purpurea, or we can say purple coneflower, indigenous to the eastern United States, if you want to reduce your risk of getting a cold or suffering other complications during illness, such as getting something like pneumonia, as we said. Have a great rest of your night, you guys. Thank you so much. I had a lot of fun with this one, and happy Wend Wellness. Thank you.